Wizard101 is an MMO that's been out for 14 years and it's been getting updates that entire time. New worlds, new story quests, new modes. Beating this entire game has to take hundreds of hours. Trust me, I know, I've done it before. But what if someone tried to beat this game, all 19 worlds, in hundreds of hours without dying once? Well, we're gonna see if it's possible. I am going to try and beat the entire game of Wizard101 without dying a single time. And if I do die, I delete the character. It doesn't matter if it's the first world or the last world. If I get defeated once, I'll start all the way back at the beginning. Now, how am I gonna pick the school I'll be playing for this run? What science and theory can I use to determine what school gives me the best odds of surviving every fight? Well, I'm sure there's some theory out there, but I think it's more fun to just spin a wheel and let luck decide, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality. I think that might be copyrighted. We gotta spin this wheel here. It'll determine what school we're gonna be playing for this permadeath run. Ideally, these three schools here, this block of 3, ice, death, life, that's what we want. Those schools are extremely tanky, extremely good at surviving and sustaining themselves. So if we can get any of those three, that would be great. Everything else on this side here of the wheel is not great. So left side good, right side bad is essentially what we're going with here. Let's see what we get. Can I get another take? This is probably the worst school we could have gotten for this run. Not because they have trouble surviving or anything, but because it takes so long to kill other balance enemies, because you don't have a prism, which means you can't do super effective damage against other enemies. And you guys don't have to see it. You don't have to sit through it. I'm gonna edit it all out. I'm gonna make it quick and snappy and nice and delightful and a treat, but I have to sit through it. The things that I do for you people. Oh my goodness. And just like that, our school is decided. Now we just need to make a crisp, cool looking character and now everybody, if you could please say hello to Malvin Ogre. The novice sorcerer. Now, I will say, I don't think we'll die at Wizard City. I think Wizard City will be the easiest hurdle to jump over because it's just not that hard. Please hit, please hit, please hit. Okay. How did we get here? This is literally the easiest world in the entire game. Well, whatever, we'll get to that later. Let's start off in Unicorn Way. At the first real potentially run-ending fight and first boss, Rattlebones. No, not that guy. This guy. See, Rattlebones is a pretty easy first boss because his spell damage is nerfed, but if you get really, and I mean really, unlucky, him and his minion can absolutely trash you. What makes him so potentially threatening isn't actually him though, but the fact that he has a minion with him. Nearly every boss in the game has at least one minion helping them, and having to fight 2v1 when you're at these early levels has the potential to be devastating. A few unfortunate fizzles, and you're dead. Game over, back to square one. It does get dicey when you have two people throwing spells at you when you can only throw one at them. I know that might seem a little bit complicated, but two better than one. Thank God they're just throwing balance spells at me. The only stat I have so far is 4 balance resistance. Hey, I'm not complaining. Keep them coming. Keep the scarabs flowing, boys. I wonder if the storm snake will one-shot him. If it hits high end, it will. Okay. It would have been funny, but it didn't. This should wrap it up. We got pretty lucky there. I didn't fizzle once. Maybe this is a good omen for how this run is gonna go. Maybe we'll make it all the way to Moria, I think is the last world. Maybe we'll make it all the way there. Rattlebones is down, all is well with the world. It was easy, yada yada. Now for some strategy. So for those that don't know, there's this resource management aspect of Wizard101 called training points. These points allow you to train spells from the other 6 schools that you aren't naturally a part of. You get one every 5 levels and one from doing a specific side quest in each world. Spending these training points properly is going to be the difference between me surviving or dying in this run. Full stop. So what plan have I cooked up for the early game? Well, it's a simple one. We're going death all the way, baby, and here's why. Death gets a rank 2 spell, Ghoul, that has lifesteal on it, meaning that it heals you for half the damage that it does. This is absolutely amazing for early game because the amount that this spell can heal you for is extremely relevant, especially since you have no need to use your own school's spells exclusively just yet, since you have no good gear and by proxy no good stats that buff your primary school's damage. The second reason that a death secondary is so good is that eventually, specking through the death spell tree will lead you to Feint, an utterly amazing spell that nearly doubles the strength of your damage spells. So yeah, death all the way for early game. Now it's time for the bulk of Wizard City. The 3 streets. All 3 of these streets share a nearly identical structure with each other. You do a bunch of random mob quests, you do some talking, and then you kill a boss and move on to the next street. It's a simple formula. We'll be starting with the easiest of these streets, Triton Avenue, and its boss who gives top so great that he was nicknamed the Soul Sucker, the Harvest Lord. He's a beefier and all-around stronger version of Rattlebones, but we've beefed up too, getting our hands on some heavier hitting spells of our own and more health to boot. Time to get the best godforsaken sloppy of our lives. Yeah, 510. That's so much health, dude. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save up pips to get a guaranteed kill on that rotting fodder turn 2, and then we can deal with the Harvest Lord later. Oh, that was a big fizzle for us. I'm telling you, this run is blessed. Obviously a little early to call. He still has, what, 600 health left. But I'm just saying there's a chance. Man, I may have underestimated how much health this dude has, because we are still very slowly chipping away at him. He has 3 pips. He could fire off a monster of a spell on us. All right, yeah, we definitely need to save this turn. If he throws out a sunbird, that's Trouble Town. Oh, that's Trouble Town. Population 1. How much is that gonna do? Oh, it does a lot. Oh, but we gotta heal. I think we'll be fine. He did his big hit. It was cool. It was flashy. The crowd went wild, but nothing wrong with a little cheese, a little bit of a heal on deck. Now we just need to outlast his next barrage of hits and save up for a scorpion and maybe another scarab, and then I think we beat him. With the Harvest Lord taken out, we get to hop on over to street number 2, Cyclops Lane. A street running amok with mythological creatures of all kinds. See, the boss of this street is a Cyclops general, Achilles, who's commanding all of his giant goons to cause trouble across the street. So the only way to stop all these creatures and return this area back to normal is to take him out and force him to tell his men to stand down. There's just one teeny tiny catch to this though that the game doesn't really tell you. This guy is way stronger than the Harvest Lord. Not only are him and his minion both myth wizards with a storm secondary, which if you didn't know are 2 of the 3 hardest hitting schools in the entire game, but Achilles is also the first boss whose spells hit with full power. This combined with his innately hard hitting spells means both him and his minion are gonna be hitting harder than I can. If you couldn't tell from the intro, this one's gonna be close. Let's see if we can pull it off. Now, Myth does hit a bit hard, so I am a wee bit nervous about how this could go. Ooh, big fizzle. Stormbats would have sucked to get by there. But we can ghoul this dude out. If he fizzles again... No, he didn't. That's fine, though. We'll get some health back. Get out of here, boy. Some health regained. Looking nice, looking fresh. He has so many pips built up is what I'm worried about, because he could just pop off with a 3-pip menace of a spell and just completely hit me over the head and maybe even kill me. So I'm just gonna keep building up pips, make sure I have enough for a heal at all times, and just be careful of what he does. He's fizzled so much. I don't know if it's good or bad, because he's building up a complete arsenal of pips right now. 4-pip hit. Oh! We're on death's door. We're on death's door. We're on death's door. Thank God this ghoul hit. I think we can live at least 1 more turn, which is enough time to throw down a heartbeat. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. We live to fight another day. At least for the next turn. We live to fight another turn at least. I'm gonna go for the pet cast here. We're going all in. Get in there, little guy. Yes, yes. Do the robot. Oh, he lived! Dude, no way. There's no way he lives that. We gotta throw the imp on him and hope he doesn't kill. He might kill me. He might kill me. Please hit, please hit, please hit, please hit, please. It's over. It's over. That luck is crazy. That luck is crazy. What are the odds that I miss a 90 and die? And just like that, it's over. One stroke of bad luck and some slightly off decision making completely erased the last 2 hours of my life. We're not gonna give up at just 1 try, you know? Malvin may be dead, but a phoenix will rise from the ashes. Let's head back to the wheel, where we'll decide what our next wizard school is gonna be. And it's time to spin the wheel to see what school we'll be making attempt number 2 as. I'll take life. I'll take life. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We like that. We like that. We like that. That was probably the 2nd or 3rd best school we could have gotten. from this entire list. Listen, if I fumble the bag this time, that's on me. So I tinkered around with the randomizing a little bit. I mean, look at how smug he looks. He's got the little eyebrow raise. He's got like the strong, confident smile, the Peter Griffin eyes. This is our guy. This one's the one. All right. Let's see if Peter Griffin Jr. is going to be able to do any better than Malvin did. I'm going to save you all the trouble of watching Unicorn Way and Triton Avenue again, since I just blitzed through them anyways and skipped right back to where we left off. The General Achilles revenge match. But I've got an ace up my sleeve this time. Legend Shield. This shield reduces the damage of the myth spell that it blocks by 70%. That is a huge spell to have for this fight, and had we had it in our last duel with Achilles, we would have won. Needless to say, I have done everything I can to prepare this time around. So let's show Achilles who's boss. Here's hoping it works out this time. Look at that, shield's already coming into effect. And then we can ghoul up this Legionnaire here and then finish him off hopefully next turn. That's 160 damage straight to the dome for that guy. And as long as this imp doesn't do as little damage as it possibly can, this guy should be toast. Looks like he's gonna get a big hit off. And we got the shield up, we got the shield up. 66 damage, that could have been so much more. It could have been so much more. And now he's probably dead. He's dead. That's one down. We still got big boss up, but if we shield up properly, keep our health in check and up, it'll go better than last time, probably. I don't like that he blood batted there, because now my shield's gone. He's metagaming me right now, because now I can Cyclops with the trap on, and that's gonna do like 500 damage, probably. Like, he's holding his pips again. He's gonna have 3 pips next turn, and if he keeps breaking my shields with just trap spells, then he can just go whole hog on me. The spell that killed me, the last run, is only gonna do 117 because we've got the shield, baby. Get him, boy. Get him, boy. Throw the gold at him. Ooh. And he's done. Our secret weapon paid off in spades. It was still a scary duel at points, sure, but because of our shield spamming, we were able to pull it out. And now on to the third and final street, Firecat Alley. Now, Firecat Alley slightly deviates from the traditional 3 streets formula. Instead of just one boss you have to fight at the end of the area, you have to fight 2. The final boss in particular, Alicane, is the toughest boss that the 3 streets combined have to offer. We'll get to him later, because nothing about him matters if we don't take down the boss before him. Meet Bastilla Gravewind, aka the average resident of Florida. Not only is she kinda unappealing to look at, but she's also pretty damn evil, turning the entire race of fire elves, or as I like to call them, theater kids, into rampaging maniacs who will attack anyone they see on sight. Huh, you know, I guess they really are like theater kids. Well, time to take her down. Oh, we killed her already. Nice. Now with the appetizer out of the way, it's time to knock some sense into the leader of the Fire Elves, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of dreading. Alicane Swift Arrow is a scary boss and has even more potential to be a run ender than Achilles did. Not only does he use Fire School spells, the second hardest hitting spell type in the entire game up to this point, but his minion does too. And by the way, his minion is beefy with 235 health to its name. Because of that thick old health, even our strongest spells won't be able to kill him in one shot, which means both of them are gonna be slinging spells at us for at least 4 turns until one of them croaks. And the worst part, I don't have shields to help me with this one. Wish me luck, because I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna start off with an imp, I think, because this minion does have a lot of health. I can't just one-shot him with a 2-pip like the last couple. He's gonna fizzle, which is awesome, and then I'll go for the 2-pip to finish the minion off, and then we'll figure it out after that. Bit of a convoluted plan, but just watch, it'll be fine. He's using his natural attack, get all his pips out of here. And this is what I mean when I say fires a lot of damage. Just in one turn, they were able to sweep our health completely in half. Fortunately, we're life, and we have a lot of health, and we have the ghoul trained up so we can do damage and heal ourselves a bit on top of that damage. The death training strategy is super helpful so far, I won't even lie. And now it's just us and the big boss himself. He's just going for an imp right now, but he still has all those pips just hanging around. He could be throwing something big out here. Just a fire snake. That's also, to be fair, a big damage spell, but he has all of his pips still. And there's the sunbird I was worried about. The beast that can cut our health to complete cinders. Oh, look at that. Over half of what we had left. But good thing we're life. We just get to heal it off, walk it off. We're still below half health, but we are 100% in the driver's seat here. As long as we don't get horribly unlucky with fizzles, this match is ours. My boy, the leprechaun, he's here. And he's done. Alicane's over. That's the last boss of the 3 streets down. Man, I am so glad that's over. In another close fight, we squeak out the W. Now that we've saved all 3 streets from their various disasters, it's time for the final 2 bosses of Wizard City, Foulgaze and his manager, Lord Nightshade. Now, Foulgaze is a bit of a goober. I mean, look at him. He's literally just a recolored model of the weakest enemy in the entire game. Do I need to say anything else? We trashed him. Go back to Disneyland, Mickey Mouse boss. It was nice seeing ya. You know who isn't a Mickey Mouse boss, though? Lord Nightshade. This guy is the final boss of all of Wizard City's main storyline, and it shows in his stat sheet. He has the most health out of any boss that we've faced, and a dangerous arsenal of spells to boot. But believe it or not, this guy is not what I'm worried about when it comes to this fight. He's strong, sure, but my life spells do super effective damage to him, and I can negate Death School damage by 70% with a well-timed shield. His minion, on the other hand, is terrifying. Probably just as terrifying as all of the bosses we've fought thus far. Not only does he have 400 health, but just look at his spell list. All of his hits are terrifying except for the imp. He gets off a single Storm Shark or Storm Bat, and you can kiss half of your health goodbye. But this is the last fight. If we can get through this, we can make it to the next world and put an end to all of the craziness going on around Ravenwood. This is the final hurdle of Wizard City. Let's get it. I'm gonna go for a life assist here and a ghoul on the field guard. The sooner this guy dies, the better our odds of winning the fight completely. And he's gonna go for an imp. This might be the opening we needed. He hasn't hit with any big powerful storm spells yet. So if we can kill him with this troll, the fight gets a lot easier for us. Yes, it hit. He's done. He's done. He's out of the equation. That's wonderful. He wasted his time. He tried to get a Storm Shark off, build up all those pips, and all for nothing. Now we just have the big bad Lord Nightshade left, the actual boss. But we're significantly more well-equipped to deal with him. We have the legend shields. We can block a lot of his heaviest hits. So let's stack him up. Stack it like paper, which I don't stack because I make YouTube videos. Another Dark Sprite. He's hoarding his pips away, getting rid of our shields. He wants us so bad, but I'm not gonna let him get an opening. So I'm gonna throw down another shield. Dude, he has so many pips. It's gross, actually, how much he's collected. But let's sock him with Leprechaun and a life assist. This will do easily 250 damage, if not maybe even 300 if we get lucky with how it hits. Yeah, about 250. And that's all right. That's what we were looking for. Oh my god, that's a 6 pip natural. That might still do a shit ton of... Oh, that would have done 500 plus damage if we didn't have that shield up. And this should be the boss right here, right now. Down he goes. We did it! We beat the easiest world in the game. Wizard City is done. All of the main quest bosses were schwacked in record time, first try. We were able to figure out exactly what Malisteer is looking for too. Some ancient relic called the Croconomicon. You know, like the Necronomicon, but it's, you know, crocodile. Okay, yeah, it's pretty bad. But you know what? At least it gives us a new objective. Find the funny book before Malisteer does. To do that though, we're gonna need to survive the second world of Wizard101, Crocotopia. Next time, we'll see if we can beat Malisteer to the punch or lose this run trying. And I know from experience, this world is gonna be way harder to survive. Like and subscribe if you made it this far into the video. I mean, come on, you're invested now. You might as well slap on a nasty sub button for the one time. With that being said though, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.